Warning. The content in this podcast contains some explicit language which may be offensive to some listeners and may be inappropriate for children. Therefore, the content in this podcast is intended for a mature audience only.
Y'all want to know something? God gave men testosterone to make us physically stronger, but he gave women intuition, and we ain't got shit on that. And dudes know. We know we at a disadvantage. That's why we try to teach you that your intuition is really you just overreacting, you being crazy, or trust issues because you've been hurt before. But 99% of the time, if you in the first 6 months of a relationship with a dude, ain't no such thing as a trust issue. You got to build the trust. And if you asking them questions, you trying to build the trust. Like if you chilling with your man and you want to see his text or his Instagram DMs, he should let you. Because that ain't a trust issue, that's you testing his trustworthiness, which a lot of people end up wishing they did in the beginning. Because you know in the beginning it's too early. Y'all ain't together, so you can't check his phone. But when y'all get together, you supposed to already trust him. But at what point do you verify that he's really done being a hoe? Oh, if you go looking for dirt, you gonna find it. Well, damn it, she shouldn't be trusting you then. The whole point of her trusting you is believing that there's no dirt there to find. If she finds some, what that means? It's like in college. They ain't just give you a degree because you went to class. Yeah, you studied and you attended, but you had to take a test, right? To make sure you was qualified to get that degree. Or to get into the military or on any sports team. You might train with them, but they're going to test you to make sure that you're good to go when it's game time. Not just, oh, I ain't gave you a reason to think that I'm not in shape. Nah, they're going to tell you to get out their face. And ladies, y'all need to be doing the same thing to these dudes. If in the beginning your intuition tells you to test his trust and he calls it a trust issue, just leave. Now, if you done asked to check his phone by 20, 30 times and y'all a year into the relationship or you trying to do it whenever he ain't there, yeah, you got issues or y'all got issues. Y'all need to talk. I'm talking about in the beginning. It's like when you go get a new car. The dealer may say it drive good, it may look good, the Carfax may check out, but you still gonna do what? Take it for a test drive because common sense tells you everything ain't what it seems. Same thing with a new man. He may sound good, look good, his mama say he good, but if your intuition is telling you to dig a little deeper, don't let his potential convince you otherwise.
So, when'd you fall in love with hip-hop? Right here, what we're gonna do is go back.
Even though, how many minutes was business? About 30?
About 30 minutes was business.
30 minutes. And an hour and a half.
Yep.
For this conversation.
But you know what, y'all really want us to be in like a natural setting like that anyway, because I think it kind of makes it warms us up first.
It warms us up, but sometimes I feel like I've been talking for a long ass time. By the time we get to the end of our recording, I get quiet.
What's the time?
Yeah.
What else do we need to do?
Exactly.
We need to cover anything else?
Okay, so we want to introduce ourselves?
Yeah. Okay, so this is MochaTea. I'm Capri.
I'm Mika.
This is Dante.
And we don't have no drinks today.
We're sober, y'all.
Y'all watch the podcast. It'll be 45 minutes.
We are like so sober. We don't have wine, beer.
We ain't got nothing.
We ain't got shit.
Yeah, it's going to be about 45 minutes. Y'all just can't watch it. Ain't gonna
be
so
dry Sunday. That's what we're going to call it. Our dry Sunday.
Yes.
That's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
We can take that.
We'll see.
This is the first, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
Damn.
This will be the first.
Damn.
First
Since
dry
October?
Sunday.
Since October. That's crazy.
Okay, so episode 20, sober. Episode 30. We'll be sober.
We'll go do every 10.
Every 10. We can't do anything in between that. We gotta take some shots or something.
Yeah, every 10 episodes. So y'all got us at our natural selves today.
Definitely.
Yes. Sober minds. Speaking sober truths.
Ain't that it?
So I'll update everybody. This week, somebody tried to take my black card because I hadn't seen Color Purple. I keep seeing Color Purple. It's not Color Purple.
Coming to America. That's why our black card is taken.
Coming to America.
Because you can't get them two mixed up.
But I met somebody else today, and we were talking about something, and he was like, my wife has never seen it either. And I said, your wife is black? And he said, yes.
Okay, so what color was he?
He was black.
I was going to say, because if you
and he said, my wife is black. But he said, no, well, okay. I asked him because I couldn't tell.
Exactly. So you cannot use that.
No, but I mean, I'm
just
saying
black to him.
The way he was talking, he was like a little uppity. I mean, I wouldn't say uppity. He was cool. He's a jeweler. He makes jewelry and all this old stuff. And he has some other businesses. So, one of them black people.
Okay.
And so he said his wife is an attorney. And so
She said she was black, and then Dante said she was black. We thought you was black for real too, Dante.
I am black.
So I'm black.
You're not black.
I can't believe y'all judging me on 1 or 2 movies. Though.
Okay, so now we say 1 or 2 movies.
1 or 2 movies.
I got a game for you. So
Okay.
let's see how many movies you really know. So I got the game today. So I'm gonna name 2 movies, like, you know, this versus this. You tell me which one you like best. Dante, let us know if you have not seen it. Okay? So don't be honest, Dante.
So Capri, have you seen like a lot of movies? A whole lot of movies?
It depends on the movies, yeah, but
Okay.
it depends.
Okay.
But see, like her, she haven't seen Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood.
Okay, first
South
of all, I said I've
Central.
seen
Okay.
Boys in the Hood, and I've seen Menace to Society. I said I have not seen the one with
So
Chris
y'all don't
Rock
say, okay,
where he
so
was
let
in a
me read them.
crackhead, but then I did see New Jack City, so I have seen that one too.
So yeah, we're gonna see how a black card.
It's Don't Be a Menace to Society. I
in
think
South
it's the one I
Central.
haven't.
Okay.
That's the jokish one I like.
Yeah.
That
Well, you know
That's-
the other one just Menace to
Yeah,
Society.
exactly. Okay, so out of these movies, South Central versus Boys in the Hood,
Okay.
which one would you go with? Which one?
Let's do South Central.
You seen both?
I've seen both.
Okay, Capri.
Then I like Boys in the Hood better.
Like Boys in the Hood better? So you've actually seen both?
Yes.
Okay. I say Boys in the Hood. I love South Central too, don't get it wrong.
I like South Central.
Name somebody. What was the character's name, South Central, Dante? The daddy.
Bobby.
There you go, OG
Thank
Bobby
you.
Johnson. There
Okay.
you go. Okay. Just trying to
And Boys in the Hood is Ricky.
Okay.
Now what?
Okay, so what about 5 Heartbeats versus the New Edition movie?
5 Heartbeats.
5 Heartbeats.
Have you seen the New Edition movie?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Oh shit.
No, I think so. I'm getting them confused. I haven't seen Bobby Brown, but I've seen New
You
Edition.
seen New Edition?
I have seen New Edition, yes.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Because Bobby Brown was in the New Edition, and then he had his own movie, right?
Yes,
after
yes.
that. Okay, so I haven't seen his movie, but yes,
And you have seen 5 Heartbeats.
I have.
Okay.
That's where Eddie came.
There you go.
That's what it came.
Okay. Friday or Menace to Society?
I've
I'm
seen
gonna say
both.
Friday, but I haven't seen Menace to
I've
Society.
seen both.
You haven't seen Menace, then you can't say.
How do they compare though? Menace to Society
And
to
Friday. They're not the same.
But more of, you know,
I'm gonna say Friday.
Friday. I like Menace to Society. I like Friday too, but I love Menace to
So I
Society.
can't pick one because I ain't seen Menace to Society.
No.
Okay,
I
I
can't.
won't
How
say
would
that.
they know?
They're two different movies though.
I feel like Menace to Society was kind of in line with like Boys in the Hood.
It is.
and
It
South
is
Central.
more in South
So
Central.
like if you're talking about like a movie like that versus like Friday,
Yeah.
say
But
Friday.
if you never seen it, it wouldn't matter anyway. You couldn't give a
I couldn't give a.
critique on it anyway.
I
You've never
couldn't.
seen it.
I've never seen it. You're right,
Right.
Mika.
And you have.
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
All
So
the way
I
through.
feel like you're gonna ask me a character. Okay, so he was trying to move out the hood, and his girlfriend came over to the house, and he walked outside, and he covered her kids, right, and he got shot. Isn't that Menace to Society?
You talking about the very end of the movie?
Yeah.
You see.
You ain't seen the beginning.
Yeah, I have.
Dante, why would you go to that part? Because that's like at the end, she's gonna take him away.
That's the part I remember the most. But he didn't. Was
You remember the very end, the 2 seconds at the end, the most of Menace to Society? Like
Yes.
that's what you remember? You don't remember Kane with his fine self, girl?
I remember
Up
Kane.
in the car, he stole the car. Remember, girl?
I don't remember all that. His
and the girl
grandparents.
call him on the phone. You remember he say that? He meet at the thing and she call him on the phone and say, I'm pregnant. He say, and it ain't mine.
So one day we're gonna have to sit down and watch Menace to
Menace to
Society.
Society. Okay, New Jack City versus Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights, baby.
I'll say New Jack City.
I
hate
say
it.
Harlem Nights too.
I hated watching, like, I don't like movies where, like, you have, like, actual crackheads, and just the fact that, like, that Chris Rock was so, he was a true crackhead. And it hurt my feelings when he went and snitched and got in trouble. Like, I was just
And they
like,
killed him.
Yeah.
that hurt my feelings.
I like
I like both
Harlem
of
Nights.
them.
I like
but I
Harlem
like New
Nights.
Jack City. I like both of
He
them.
say
though.
sunshine.
I like Delaware.
When she called, look, I be saying that one part where you remember the white guy call his wife and say,
Harlem
"Hey,
Nights.
babe,
Harlem Nights.
yeah, Harlem Nights. Hey, babe, I'm not coming home.
tonight.
I'm not coming home. Does he meant sunshine? I'm not coming home tonight. Yeah.
No, I just
Girl.
remember when she put a pinky toe out there.
Yes. Come on.
Yeah.
Shoot it.
Talking all
Girl,
that
know when the
shit.
little gun, pop, after all the guns.
Right.
Pop, put that little, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Love Jones versus Love and Basketball.
Oh, that's a hard one.
I'm going to go with the one I remember the most, which is Love and Basketball.
Have you ever seen both?
I've seen Love Jones.
Girl, I love Jones.
I love
But I don't remember Love.
I love
Love
and
Jones.
Basketball. I love Jones. I love both because Love Jones is closer to those situationship where you kind of get in.
Yeah.
Because they kind of started like this relationship too soon kind of thing. And they
So I
was
gotta watch
messing
it again.
around.
See,
And then she
yeah.
goes back to her ex.
But I've
Because she
seen.
thought her ex was like the shit.
And I love Love and Basketball. That's one of my favorite movies of
Girl, I
all
love
time.
both of their movies. Like,
Yes.
I can watch Love Jones and Love and Basketball every day.
Yes, I
day long.
absolutely love those movies.
Yes.
So, Color Purple versus Roots.
Color Purple.
I'm going to go with Color Purple.
Even though you ain't seen it now.
Hold on.
No,
And
I
though
don't
you
know.
know, hold on, look. She say, Hopper, who that woman?
Who that one you
See,
saw?
Roots was a long ass movie.
It is, and I've never
Yeah.
probably
But
watched Roots all the way
Roots
through.
was depressing.
It was.
Yeah, so Color Purple definitely.
Okay.
Hold
Definitely
on,
Color
come,
Purple.
Dante, can you give a line off of Color Purple?
Purple, who that woman?
Give another one. Give
another
one.
All my life I had to fight.
Okay. Okay, now I was gonna say that. Come on, Dante. They got too many movies already. Want to say nothing. So when she say when she put her fingers out and say everything you do is gonna fail.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Okay, what about Life versus Trading Places?
So I have seen Life, but I've only seen like spots of Life because I never could get into Life, and I never thought Life was funny. Like, you know,
It's
and
all
I
right.
love
Yeah.
Martin and I love Eddie Murphy, but that movie just wasn't funny to me. And I've sat down on so many occasions and tried to watch that movie and couldn't watch it all the way through.
I've seen it a lot, but
I like
it's
Life.
all right.
I haven't seen
It's not
Trading
just
Places.
like the movie that a go-to black movie that I would watch.
A lot of people would say otherwise though, because a lot of people I'm
Really?
like, yeah, because I know people who can quote lines from Life. Like, you gonna eat that corn, you gonna eat your cornbread.
I be that baby daddy. I be that baby when he fed me. I be that baby. I mean, I know, you know.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
gonna eat your cornbread.
And I read Life not too long ago on Amazon. Well, I say not too long ago, so it was not this relationship, but you know, dealing
Wow.
with somebody else.
Wow.
Before this,
That's how
but-
she related it. Not this relationship.
He wasn't a relationship. He was a
Yeah.
situationship or whatever he
Okay.
was. I don't know what he was. But anyway, but yeah, we rented it and watched it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Right.
So
It's
that was
not
probably like at the
remember.
beginning of this year.
That you saw like
No. That the last time I've seen it.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
we
say,
rented it.
but Trading
But that
Places,
was like towards the beginning.
Trading Places
Trading
is
Places.
epic.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
But
it.
I would probably do, honestly, I don't know, because both of them, they aight.
They both kind of them weird movies. The only reason I remember Trading Places so much, and I've watched it again, like, because we watched it at my mama's house and my dad. But my mom and my dad had, like, Trading Places on, like, constant repeat in our house.
Shut up.
Girl, they loved Eddie Murphy. We watched a whole lot of Eddie Murphy movies. We've even watched Eddie Murphy stand-up comedies in my parents.
See, and Eddie Murphy's not that funny to me.
Girl, I love Eddie Murphy.
He's not real funny to me either.
No.
I love Eddie Murphy. Like, love him.
He's not that funny to me.
Girl, I can laugh. That Nutty Professor.
Really?
Girl, on a good day, I
See,
can sit and
I
watch
can't,
Nutty
and I don't
Professor.
care for, they all right.
They just hilarious.
Eddie Murphy's
to
not
me.
that funny to me.
He's not real funny to me either.
No, he's not like, you know.
And I think that's probably why I could never get into Coming to America.
But Come to America.
Girl,
is
Coming to
fucking
America,
funny.
Dante, is totally, you can't compare.
Girl.
Coming to America is
Look,
an all-time
I have so
black
many
movie.
excuses why I watch Coming to America.
Ain't no reason that you can't like Coming to
Listen,
America.
I was how did I say I was 8? Or 6?
Tell me I was sick.
I was 6 when it came out. I wasn't a big fan of Eddie Murphy, so
But
You wasn't
now,
a fan. You didn't
that's-
know to be a fan at 6 years old.
Exactly. But that's a
That's
movie
true.
that Eddie Murphy I loved.
Girl, I love Coming to
it's
America.
not bad. I was watching it.
Hold on, look.
Yeah,
So did
I
you
seen
know
that
what he
part.
was singing at the beginning when he said, "She's your queen to be," and he's basically telling him, "You can do whatever you want. She's free from infection." All of that. Hold on, we used to sing that song as kids and never knew But he says, free from all infection.
Okay, I've never
to be
listened to the word.
used at your discretion. Well,
So she clean.
She clean. She fresh. She fresh.
Like,
Baby,
ain't got
he
nothing
wanted
on
something.
it.
He wanted something tainted with though. You hear me?
baby, he didn't want
'Cause he
tainted. He wanted independent.
Yeah.
He wanted independent. I guess somebody
Because
didn't
Lisa
want.
wasn't really tainted.
How did you know?
We don't
We don't know that, but
We did not know that.
because the way they portrayed it, her sister Patrice was the hot tail,
But Patrice was definitely the hot one.
and Lisa was a little more supposed to be a
Subtle.
little more subtle and
Yes,
conservative.
Yes.
That
And
don't mean
you know,
nothing, though.
it
That
definitely
don't mean nothing. She
'Cause
could have
we know-
been.
we
She
know
could
a lot
have
of.
been freaking.
There's a lot of subtle thoughts.
It is.
subtle conservative.
Conservative thoughts.
A whole lot of them you wouldn't even think.
No, because as long as you don't put your business out there, because some people put way too much business out there. As long as you don't put your business out there,
Nobody
you know.
knows.
Some people are just in tune with their sexuality and don't care if the whole world knows. And some
That's
people
true.
are more conservative and don't want the whole world know behind
Yeah.
closed doors.
But behind closed doors,
Hold on, they say them.
the thought-
Hold on, look. Cause I was somebody read to me a post or a meme where it said, they cheat. That these signs cheat, and it says Scorpio, Virgo, girls that wear glasses, Virgos.
Damn, Virgos
like
are
top
more than
five.
once.
It was like top five. But girls that wear
You Virgo,
glasses.
that's right.
What does that mean?
I'm just saying.
It said girls that wear glasses. What kind of sign is girl? There's some girls that wear glasses.
I
But you know
don't
they be
know.
trying to say them be the.
But you know they say Virgos are conservative people.
That might be.
and so that's why they doing like we're like conservative and uptight. You know, that's
Yeah.
what they say. So that's probably
Yeah, I think you might be a little uptight in the public eye.
probably
Yeah, in
Depends.
the public eye, if
In
they
the-
don't know you.
in the public eye, but
yeah,
not,
that's what I'm gonna say.
yeah.
Just in
but
the
y'all
public
know,
eye.
yeah, totally different.
Now, somebody else see you, they probably be like, you know.
Because she talking about when she was at the at ICE event center, she was just dancing. Talking about her coworkers probably looking at her like, what is going on?
I know they were all confused.
You were dancing?
Because she don't do this. She's so uptight at work. And I can't see her dancing.
Get to work. Can you please go do this? And
I did not act like
You
that.
guys are surrounding my desk. You're talking too much.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm working. Like,
I do try to get back, like right back to work.
So you know another movie Dante said she ain't never seen? The Wiz. She didn't even know it existed.
Are you serious?
So-
Now, that's a good one.
So let me tell you. So we were at some Thai restaurant. There was a whole bunch of coworkers. This is the other day. This is when the guy pulled my black card. And so they were like, you ain't seen, Coming to America. And so the white dude was like, he was pulling my black card. And they were like, okay, we got one for her. And so they showed me this scene. And I said, am I supposed to know this scene? They said she ain't seen the movie. And so it was like, I guess, what scene was it that some woman was singing? And it was a bunch of people in the factory.
Listen, for one, some woman. Who was it? Diana? Who was it?
No,
Was
it
it Diana
wasn't.
Ross?
No,
Was it Diana Ross?
It wasn't the new
Was
Wiz.
it the one when they're like,
The New Wiz is not.
no, it's not the new Wiz.
The New Wiz is Diana Ross.
Okay.
I'm
playing,
something like there is no.
So no, this was a bunch of people, like factory workers.
Oh, they're like in the what's the name singing.
And she's singing walking down the aisle.
Walking down the okay. What do you mean the aisle? Walking down because you know what the Wiz is about, right?
I've seen The Wizard of Oz.
Okay, that's what it is. It's a black version.
That's Dorothy, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So Diana
But you
Ross
have actually
was,
seen the Wizard of Oz, and you
I've
didn't
seen The
know
Wizard
that
of
was
Oz.
like because it's a scarecrow, same thing, same concept.
Well, I've seen The Wizard of Oz.
But the Wiz is the same concept.
Okay.
There's a scarecrow. There's the lion.
Well, who's
The
the
Tin
There's
Man.
a
Who's-
Tin Man.
Okay.
And then
I just
Dorothy.
haven't seen the
Dorothy.
black version.
Yeah, they're just trying to get same thing.
So
Same
which
concept.
one came out
But it's
first?
just the Wizard of
Wizard of
Oz.
Oz.
They just made a
Okay. Okay.
yeah sequel, and they just like trying to get but it's an actual. I would say, is it a would you say musical? Kind
it's a musical.
It's
but both of
basically
them
a
are kind of
musical.
well, yeah, because it's a musical. It's
The Wizard of
definitely
Oz
music.
not so much.
But you know that Michael
But-
Jackson is in.
yeah,
The
Michael
Wiz.
Jackson is.
Y'all
a
heard
scarecrow.
that?
You've heard that?
Huh?
I haven't seen it. But I think they mentioned that the other day about Michael Jackson.
Okay.
So
did
that
say
you
that.
heard that the other day because you didn't know.
Because you didn't know
that
that
if it
much.
existed before the other day.
No.
That's okay.
I would say that I don't know if it existed. I just maybe
No, you
didn't
said
know
you did
it
not know it
exists.
existed because when
I
I,
just
talked
had
to you,
never
you said
seen the movie.
no. You said
But you didn't know it
You said
existed,
it was it's a black. I said that's like the black version of the Wizard of Oz. You said, oh, I didn't even know there was a black version of The Wizard of Oz.
So
No,
She didn't know.
isn't it like a play or something
No.
like that have come out? Which one was Brandy in? Wasn't she in The Wiz?
she did do something on Broadway.
They might have put The Wiz on Broadway.
I
I thought it was on TV.
What did we go see Fantasia in when we went to New York?
Color Purple.
Oh, that was a Color Purple show, right?
Yeah, that was the Color Purple.
Yeah.
But Dante's black card has been officially
Yeah,
withdrawn.
everybody card
Restored.
is, yeah.
No, it
Until
ain't
you
restored.
get in, you have to go. No, it's not restored.
You need to
have-
watch The Wiz.
You have
If
to
you
go
ain't got
watch
to watch
a couple
nothing
more.
else.
For one, go finish watching Color Purple. I mean, not Color Purple. You finally watched Color
Come to
Purple just here
America.
recently.
I did.
Like, don't do
You need
that.
to finish
'cause you
watching
just
Coming to
now-
America.
But you got to go finish watching Coming to America.
Yes, I'm halfway through, I guess.
No, you're not. If you just went to the auditorium party, he ain't
No.
even met Lisa yet.
No.
really.
No,
Yeah.
they introduced. Lisa was about to go up there and talk.
But
They
he
haven't
ain't
met.
They
Eddie
ain't met
Murphy
each
hasn't
other.
met each other. I mean,
But I told you, I walked
No,
off
you
and
walked
I
off.
came
No,
back.
no. You have to come back and watch all the way
Yes.
through because you missed the part where they passing around the
Dish, and he put
offering
the money
dish
in it,
and it is
he's
chicken
looking at
leg.
her.
Yeah, you
Don't-
I
missed
felt
all
like
that.
I had been watching that movie for a while. At
But
that
it's-
point.
it's-
That's
a
why you
pretty
can't watch
long
movies.
movie.
Yeah, and all I watch is black movies. I really am not a.
But she can watch these old
I
low
can watch
budget
low
ass
budget
movies.
movies. I don't know why.
I can't watch a low budget
can't
movie
either.
to save my life, baby. They acting so damn horrible.
and I watch so many low budget movies.
And you like
That's
those.
why. That's the
And
only
she
reason
love
why I pay for Amazon Prime is to watch low budget movies.
See, and I got Amazon Prime, and I never watched that stuff.
They have
I
a
never
lot of
watched
good
low
ones.
budget movies.
Watch Plug Love. That one's
I
good.
can't. Hold on. First of all, I came over one night and they had to show me this scene where they had edited in the fire scene that was so cheap and it was so obvious that the fire scene was edited in.
It was Mystical and Harley Red Girl.
Shut up.
Their movie.
Girl, and they like watch this scene, it's so bad, like they edited in this burn scene that make you be like, and you watch this shit all the way through. I can't watch
You
this.
like them though, don't you?
Yeah, it's entertaining.
She love them movies
It's entertaining
Honey,
because
they
the acting is
acting
so bad. What was one? Baby, you did. That's how the acting is. It's horrible.
So we could be in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's entertaining. So.
Ain't nothing entertaining about that shit to me.
So anyway, enough of me and my movies. Today's topic is
Well, go on
Let's
and
get
introduce
into
it.
it, okay?
trust issues, which we have all experienced that.
So, define trust issues.
So I have a question before we define it.
Okay.
Okay, so we talk about trust issues and we define it, but when you meet somebody, do you trust them fully or do they have to be work to build your trust?
I think they should work to build trust.
And I don't know. I'm kind of in between on that one because until you give me a reason not to trust you, I do. And you have to give me a reason to trust you because I come in and hopefully especially if we're in a relationship, if I didn't have some type of trust level or you know what I'm saying, because you have already established, I think coming into it, I'm gonna trust you until you give me a reason not to trust you.
So I kind of feel the same way, but I know some people who have they think that all men are bad, all men are cheaters. And so, they go into, these relationships and situations with men, automatically, looking for stuff. Looking
Well,
on
I think
Facebook
that's
to see.
different than actually having, still that idea of, you have to build up that trust. Does that make sense?
Well, they wasn't there to begin with if you're doing all that, though.
Well, not necessarily. Well, if you're doing all of that, you never
It ain't
had no
there,
trust.
that's
There's
what
a
I'm
zero
saying.
level of trust. You
Exactly.
don't have, but I do believe that, I have, an extended level of trust to an extent, to a point. But, I don't think you give somebody your full trust in the very beginning. I think that that's too much.
I mean, if I'm going into a relationship, I'm going to trust that you're doing the right thing. I'm going to trust that you're not cheating on me. I'm going to trust that I could, that you could go out and hang out and not be, acting all crazy.
Exactly.
That, you're respectful.
Entertaining.
So do you give that to them at the very beginning? So is that something that you you start to build on top of as we're talking, as we're getting to know each other, or do you just wholly have while we're talking and having a discussion and getting to know each other, then you trust that person till they tell you otherwise? Do you
not tell me otherwise,
or till they do
show me
otherwise or whatever?
But it's certain levels of trust, though. There's trust, within a relationship, or can I trust you with, say, my bank account
That's what I
information?
was gonna
That's
say.
something totally
Yeah.
different. That you have to build up to.
But I guess
I have to know your character
Exactly.
for that.
give you my debit card to run to the store because I need you
Right.
to go grab me something at Walmart.
So yeah.
So I got to have a certain amount of trust for that. But relationship trust, I wouldn't be in a relationship with you if I felt like I got to worry about something in the back end.
But I think that you built to that because I think that it takes time to get into that relationship mode. And so are we saying that we trust you and that we have a level of trust for you until even through the talking and dating phase, we have a level of trust for you that's got limits to it, but there's a level of trust for you that gets me to a point of being able to be in a relationship with you.
Exactly. That's me.
Because what if you dating a guy and you know that he's dating all these different people, but he come to you and he like, hey, I really want to be with you. I'm gonna cut all these women off. Are you going to automatically assume that he's still talking to all these women, or are you going to trust at that moment when he wants to get into a relationship with you that he's yours?
I mean,
And
and
he's
that's what
not.
I'm saying. Like, there has to be some level of build up to that. So I'm going to trust until I see that there's other people still lingering. That's
Exactly.
when you said, when you came to me and said I wanted to be in a relationship with you, then you said I was going to cut all these people off. I want to trust that you said that you did that because that was what you said you were going to do until I see otherwise.
Or if we've always had a relationship where it seemed like you've been pretty honest thus far, even if we're in a situationship initially and you telling me that, you know what I'm saying, well, you know, I'm going to holler at you later, you know, because I said I was going to, you know, you tell me. You know, I had made plans with her. And we got that type of level where you've been honest with me all the way through it. Like, I've never had to wonder, like, I call you and be like, hey, let me call you back. Or when we get in the car, you flip your phone over.
Yeah.
Or whatever that looks like. You know what I'm saying? If you've never really gave me a reason, even in the situationship, going into the relationship, if he say that he going to leave everybody alone, I'm fully going to trust you because why shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Right, because you've been open and honest
Exactly.
this entire time, so why wouldn't you?
But I think some people just don't have trust, period, in people.
Some
and it's
people
like,
don't.
let me search, let me dig. And if I don't find anything, then I'll trust you.
But
But
I
I-
think that's make you miserable.
Yeah, it makes you miserable. You drive yourself crazy doing that. So back to your question, what is
Trust issues? So when we say trust issues, like, are we saying that you just have an issue, an overall issue of trusting people?
I think so.
Well, it depends. So, like, if I trust you, but you break my trust, now we have a trust issue. Because, I mean, you told me at the beginning you was going to cut all these women off, and now I don't even want to have to look in your phone, but somehow I done found out that you still talking to all these women. Now we have a trust issue. So it just depends. Or even, it like you said, take my debit card to the store. Like, it, you know, if I feel like I
sent you
can't.
to the store with my debit card and you came back, hold on, look. Somebody said, what was I reading? What if you came home and your guy came home with a bag of groceries? Walk in the door, he got all these groceries. He say, babe, I went grocery shopping, but he hands you back your debit card. What you gonna do? And he reaches his pocket and say, oh, I got something for you. Hands you the receipt and your debit card. But he went grocery shopping.
Did you tell him to go grocery shopping?
You didn't tell him to go grocery shopping.
It's gonna be an issue because how you know that I had money aside to go grocery shopping?
Right.
Like you took my fucking money. He would I would be mad about that.
Right. So
you know what I'm saying? Like
I'm
I understand
changing
that
the
you
damn
was
account and all these
trying.
goddamn groceries
Yes.
going back.
That's what I was going to say. What if he was just trying to be cheap? I mean, not cheap, but sweet. Look,
Sweet.
talking about cheap.
It's a sweet gesture. Trying to be a sweet gesture.
He was
Because
trying
it
to
was being treated
Yes.
if it was your money.
Okay, if it was your money, because why you didn't pull that money out your pocket and buy groceries? But I mean, that's the thing. Like, don't at least if you was gonna use my card, be like, at least call me if you had it. Or ever did if I didn't give it to him, where the hell he went through my purse
But
and got it?
he got it. Like y'all have like a joint account, or y'all have like something you get to a point.
I ain't never had no joint account.
Or maybe you don't have a joint account. Maybe you just have trust in him. You were asleep. Y'all you got up, and he walking in the door of groceries. Like, baby, you look like he was really tired.
He never asked me for my debit card.
He never.
That's an issue already.
But is that a trust issue?
That's a trust issue because what did you do? Go through my purse to get my debit card?
No, what if your debit card was? What if y'all went out the night before, and you handed him your stuff because you left your purse in the car, so you handed him your debit card and your ID.
Okay.
He put it in his back pocket. You know that can happen.
That can happen. It could.
You know, and then he got up the next day and was like, you know, he got up and he was
Sunday.
like, he was tired.
It's Sunday, so I'm going to go get groceries for Sunday dinner.
Groceries?
Baby, I'm going to need for you to pack up all them groceries to the store. Because I got this bill coming up.
And we got enough groceries there because I planned on cooking that ground beef that's in the freezer. They going to take that shit back.
Nigga, we was having hamburger helper today.
We wasn't finna have no goddamn ham. And, no, take that shit back.
That's where this was.
Yes.
So is that like, so then you have that level.
I would have a trust issue with that because my thing would have been, you could at least call me at the store and be like, babe, you know, you left your car.
You was asleep.
But he just felt like he was doing something sweet. He thought this was a good idea. I'm just really trying.
He would have been mad if he got there. That car would have said decline. Sweet that. Decline.
I don't know. But trust go with everything though. Like work, your coworkers, it go with your friends, your relationships, it go along.
So I'm gonna say this to you. So there was this. So I was listening to watching a podcast, or not a podcast, sorry, watching an Instagram story. And this is what made me say we should do trust issues. And so not so much significant others, but there was this question that somebody posed on their IG story. And he said, your best friend calls you and says, girl or boy, man, dude, girl, whatever, I need somewhere to stay. Like, I like right now, I'm like in a bind. I'm like, you know, I really, really, really need somewhere to stay. And you're out of town. Your significant other is at the house. It's your best friend. Are you going to let your best friend stay in your house while you're gone with your significant other? You won't be back for 3 days. Your best friend can stay in the house with your significant other. Or does your best friend have to get a hotel?
My best friend got to get a hotel.
Okay, so then this is the question. What kind of best friends do you have that you can't trust your best friend and your significant other in a space like that together?
And I could trust them in a space. I'm just not going to even
put yourself
But
in
that's
that.
an issue for me. Because I feel like if Dante called me and was like, friend, I need somewhere to stay, I'd be like, okay, the key is on such and such. You know, I call him and tell him Dante on her way. Because I know that my friend's not going to fuck with my man.
Well, and then we don't even like the same men anyway.
Right. I know she's not.
And that's true, but I
they're going to be
like, you know, me and my best friend are men. You know, I couldn't see myself, you know, mess with people they mess with. But I couldn't see, like letting my friend stay there with, you know, my man. Like, I have a friend, and she has done this ever since we met each other. Like, when she comes to the house, like, if she's coming to meet, you know, we meeting up or whatever, like, she would always call to make sure, like, even if she needed to meet up and, like, you know, her husband was meeting up with my husband, she wouldn't come with her husband unless I was there, or she wouldn't come to my house. She just never felt comfortable. Like, she wouldn't do that. She'd be like, I would never do it. Like, even if my husband need to meet up with your husband, I'm going to make sure, you know, I just would never want to be there, like, coming there, meeting you, and it's just your husband there, you know, and I have to wait on you or whatever. Like, she's just, like, really big on that.
So is that different in regards to your best friend? So if it's your sister, your aunt, your mama, is it different depending on who it is?
Oh, yeah.
So I guess that's my thing. But because you pick your friends, like, why do we have friends that we pick that we can't, and significant others that we pick that we can't trust them in a space? Because, like, Dante's family to me. And, like, you know, I thought about that. My sister, like, I wouldn't have a problem giving Kayla the key, like, hey, yeah, go, you know, or even Crystal. Like, I would be like, hey, here, girl, yeah, let go. You know, I know that they're not going to mess with anybody that I'm messing with. Like, I just know that.
So they're not going to be like the girl on Players Club, the cousin, in the kitchen, in the refrigerator.
I mean, now, there are family members.
It could be, like, the kind of friend that you have, too.
Right?
It could be just her nature to,
like, you
mess
just
with
know,
other, like,
yeah.
You know, if it's even if it's your best friend,
even if it's your best friend, you know your best friend.
But she messed with everybody else, man.
You
what
kind
make
of like,
you think you're not gonna mess with my man when you get to my house?
Right, but then that's the thing. Like, why is that your best friend then?
Because he might like everything about her but that.
But you understand.
So no, you can't stay at my house.
But that don't mean nothing. Just because my best friend is a thought, don't mean I can't love my best friend.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, I think So we pick and choose our best friends though, and so that's where this debate came in at. Is I'm really particular about that kind of shit. So I feel like I should be able to trust you, blindly trust you, because what happens to me if I'm in a coma and you and my husband have to help take care of me? Am I gonna wake up like, bitch, did you fuck my man? Let me make sure, she was the only one here. Like, let me make sure she wasn't fucking my man. Like,
damn.
Hold up. Keisha's the only word that wear blue and pink.
I don't wear that color.
I don't wear that.
I only wear yeah. So that would be my question. Like, I feel like there's some situations where you may have to be around my significant other, and he's my best friend, and you're my best friend, and so there should be spaces where I trust y'all together.
But then again, a man is a man, and I know you should trust your men.
But you said you got blind trust for your man until he prove otherwise.
I do.
So are you telling me that you feel like temptation or the temptation of your friend may cause you to trust him otherwise?
Because, depends on how your friends walk around and stuff. What if I'm that one that come in your house, and no matter how much you trust me, I come spend the night at your house, and you're like, that's my best friend, but then I come out with my booty shorts on.
Okay, but bitch, hold on, so this is what's going to happen. I'm going to come tap your ass and say, bitch, go put some more clothes on. You got to go.
But why,
no,
though?
ma'am.
Because you blinded. You trust me.
No, ma'am, I don't trust. But that's the thing.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. So there's a difference. Because I trust you, but you need to have a level of respect for me and my relationship.
Exactly.
And respect for me and my relationship would not have you walking around in your booty shorts at my house.
But how do I know that, how do you know your friend, your husband's gone to work? Your friend like, well, shoot, ain't nobody here. I'm finna go in the kitchen and cook me some eggs and bacon.
But you're still not in your own house. So I think that's just like, but that's like going...
What, do you sit down and have that conversation with her? Like, hey, this is the rules. Don't walk around in your...
No, I think that should be just a known thing. I think that should be her have that.
If she don't.
If she don't, then we're going to have a discussion. When I see that shit, we're going to have a discussion.
Yeah.
Now, it's different, like, if you're, like, in your house... And me and my husband show up at your house, and my husband comes to your house, you didn't know we was coming, and you got on little booty shorts. That's one thing.
That is.
But it's another thing if you're in my house, and you're a house guest in my home, and you didn't think about what you should put on. Even, like, I've been to my cousin's house, and she got a boyfriend, but I would pack like he would come over. Like, what if he come over? So, he comes over often or whatever. They may, he may come while I'm there. So I packed sleep clothes like he might come over. So just in case I'm not caught off guard in my booty shorts, or if I am caught off guard in my booty shorts, I can dash my ass to the back room and throw on them sweats over my shorts. You know what I'm saying? I think that there should be some level of respect in that space.
But you get them go home girls that, be like, girl, nobody wants your man. I'm just, and then you have to see, I don't even want to have them issues.
And they'll be sleeping with
like, I've never even stayed with a woman. I've never had a woman roommate. I've never, no matter how that looks, like how when some women move out, I've never stayed with nobody.
I haven't either.
I ain't never wanted to stay with another woman. I don't care how them issues, I don't care what kind of issues it may have been. I don't even want to even approach the issues. Yeah. I don't want to even have to address it.
I've had female roommates. I have had female roommates. And I never had that issue because we always had that mutual respect for each other. So if I was going to have company or you was going to have company, we discussed it. Because like when I lived in the dorms in college, we had, I had a roommate. And we actually, the way that our college room was set up, it was just one room. So we was in the same room, but I knew your company was coming. You knew my company was coming. And if we had this like, a telephone call, he called, he said he on his way, then I shot you. I was like, hey, he coming. So that we had that discussion ahead of time. So we just didn't have those boundaries crossed. The blessing is I have been blessed enough to pick friends that I ain't never had the issue of none of my friends fucking my man.
But I think it also depends on your friends, because if your friends are just naturally flirty, like, I mean, even though you trust your
Yeah.
friends, you still have to be observant of how your friends act around your man and how your man is acting around your friends.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I'll trust y'all, but I ain't stupid either. So that's
Right.
one thing. You can
Yeah.
still trust the person, but not be naive that it can't happen. I mean, because it can happen.
Cause it
Right.
can happen.
You're human.
I'm not saying that 'cause everybody human and everybody got feelings and
No. Cause see, like everybody got feelings and human and shit. I don't want my sister husband that ain't shit about
I
him
don't
that I'm
either.
attracted
Well,
to.
yeah, but I'm just saying.
But I don't
like,
want like my cousin boyfriend ain't
I
shit I'm
don't
attracted
either.
to.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
neither.
want Dante man ain't shit about him I'm attracted to. So I think that that's my like, and these are 3 different types of people. But when you with somebody else that I know like that, I am no longer attracted to you. There is no level of attraction in me that makes
that's
me
how
say
it should be.
That's
that,
how it should be.
Right, there's something about you like it could happen. Now the fuck it didn't, cause it couldn't have happened. Cause if it happens to me in my mind, I'm gonna feel like that was something y'all always wanted to do anyway.
Exactly.
Because
but you never knew though.
right, I just didn't know that.
Exactly.
But y'all have some level of something in that. There was some level of chemistry. There was something that you saw, something he saw. Cause how the fuck do y'all get in the space together to even be doing that?
Exactly. And I'm not gonna let you allow y'all to be in my space. I don't care what the situation is. Girl, when my mama's at home, you go stay there. I'll be back in 2 days, girl. That's me. Now, if it's my sister or my mom, totally different. You know.
But your friends.
Yeah, I'm good on that one.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it depends. It definitely depends on the family member.
And
for
hopefully
me.
none of my friends, honestly, when I say that, hopefully none of my friends would ask me that, knowing I'm out of town. Like, hey, you called
What if
me
she
and
didn't
you
know?
know. But if I tell you that I'm out of town and I'll be back in 2 days, be like, okay, well, I guess I'll figure something out till you get back. Hopefully you wouldn't even put me in that position to even have to say, girl, no, you don't have to get a room until I get. Hopefully, as a friend, you won't even have to, because I'm not finna ask to come stay and your husband is there by himself. That's as a friend. I'm not finna come ask to stay at your house. No way, and you out of town.
I think it, like I said, it would have to be like extraneous, like circumstances.
You had
It would have to
nowhere
be
else to
nowhere else
I'm
to
still
go
not- I'm still not
before
doing it. I got
ask.
family
And what if
somewhere.
you add, like, what if she's out of town on some surprise shit? Y'all ain't talked in about a week, because that happens. You know, people
it
just
does.
up and go, and you called her. Like, you just never know. But to me, I just feel like I'm not gonna have friends that I can't trust in that space. So I feel like you can pick your friends, you can't pick your family members. And I got some trifling ass family members. But friends wise, I have always chosen not to have those same issues and same problems that you don't get, that you kind of get with people that you didn't choose.
Yeah.
And so I've always been really careful about like how I pick my friends. So if I feel like you a bitch I can't trust, then we ain't gonna be friends like that. You're not gonna be my best friend. You're gonna be an associate. And as an associate, no bitch, you can't come stay at my house with my man.
That's true.
But like my best friend, like, yeah, like I'm gonna trust you because to me you're an extension of my family.
So would you
I've
trust
created
Erica
that.
to stay at your house for?
With Tico?
Yeah. See, so it depends. It depends on the friend and the relationship.
But
that y'all
Erica
have.
wouldn't ask me to stay at my house.
But
with
if
Tico,
she-
But
even
if
I
she
wanted-
had to.
Yeah, I would trust her too.
See.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it just depends on the level of friend. Like, what kind of friends are we? Like, I know we call some people best friends.
Yeah.
And some people we call best friends ain't really our best friends.
Or
They
friends. We call people friends
Yeah.
and it ain't even really.
But
a
you got to
friend.
think of that level. Shit. We talking about
some people use that
there's
term
levels to
loosely.
this shit.
Exactly.
Like-
And a friend is a friend. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So.
Like, yeah, that shit is levels to this shit.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna have no. Now, like I said, best friend, like that mean I trust you with everything. I give you my car, my money, my
true.
debit card, my key to my house. My husband know you coming. Like,
But even as a woman, though, if I knew your husband was there and you was out of town, I'm like you, I would just find something else. I would try my best to like do something different because I don't even want to put you in a position.
Yes.
And even like the Facebook friend thing, I know it's not a big deal for a lot of people, but I just feel like I don't even need to be friends with most of y'all's men, especially if I don't even talk
That's
to them
me.
like that. Like why?
Like if y'all, like, because some of my friends ain't even friends with their husbands on Facebook. You know, they significant other, whatever that looks like. So if you ain't friends with them, ain't no need for me to be friends with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not finna be, I mean, what would be the point in that? You know, or I can be like, girl, this is what he doing. I mean.
Yeah, and that's like when Belania was dating old dude and he sent me a friend request. I called him and told her he sent me a friend request. And she was like, oh yeah, I know. I told him, you know, he said he was going to send all my friends friend requests. And I accepted it. So just to let you know, he sent me a friend request. Let me just let you know because you're my friend. You know, so you don't think like, you know, how we became friends and nothing like that. So
I guess I don't even think that far into stuff like that either, because I'm not gonna look through your friends, like through his friends list, to find out that.
But some people got trust issues,
and that's the thing. Like, if you got trust issues to that point, like, I just, again, why do we put ourselves in these areas with people that we choose and we pick, that we have trust issues to the point that you have to be questioning, like, oh, you following my friend on social media?
Well, I wouldn't ask
or
that.
like, I'm not even.
But some people look at that.
Some people is looking and digging in that shit.
Friends,
right.
Like, why? I just went to Facebook and you and so as friends. When did y'all become friends? Some people is in relationships and they gonna see that. They
right.
know.
Like,
I can see them
asking
asking that question if my significant other won't friend me, but you friended my friends. I would ask, like, why are you friending them and you won't friend me? I could see something like that. But I mean, if my boyfriend wanted to friend all y'all, that's fine. But I'm not gonna go out and friend all y'all men, because I just don't operate like that. Yes. But I mean, everybody is different. Not saying I would think too much into it, but I don't know him like that.
I'm not requesting them. That's for
sure.
But
I mean, it's just like, I've said before, like, when
why
you
don't
talk
even
about,
see
like,
what he's saying and posting. I don't care.
Right. But, like, I've said on, like, social media, like, me and B, like, because our life was kind of a community when I lived in Missouri. So, like, I was friends, like, on Facebook with, like, a lot of his teammates and a lot of his friends and stuff like that. But that was just, like, because we were literally, like, a community.
That's
like,
different. You just said it. Y'all were a community. But I'm saying if my friend is dating a man that I've never even met, why are you requesting
like,
me
if
as a
I've
friend?
never met him or, like, any of that, like, I'm not doing that either.
Or even if we ain't even been in that space to speak, maybe I met you once.
Or we speak, but it's it. Like, I mean, the only time we speak is
like,
when you with her. Like, why am I, like, that would be like me and JJ. Like, I wouldn't friend him. Like, it's no point in us being friends.
Or your situation. That's like me going out friending him for what?
Right.
Like, I don't talk to him unless I'm with you.
And I don't need to know what he's doing.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
I don't even know that man.
Right. Like, no, don't go search out. Like, it's one thing if we, like, have, like, maybe we have a double date and we start talking about businesses and stuff like that, and then we exchange information from there, or like we constantly hang out and we always are together. That's another thing. Like, I don't mind, like, maybe us friends each other like that.
But on the people you may know, and I keep scrolling. I know him, and I keep scrolling.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. But not necessarily like not that. I'm saying like what if if we went out more often and we were more like friends, and he was like your friend too, then it would be different.
That's
you know
different.
What I'm saying?
I'm talking about my friends or.
Like you just dating somebody and you just messing with somebody and no, I don't need to friend that person.
That's what I meant by that. Not the people who y'all been in relationships forever. Even some of them. I mean,
and you might get them friends when it comes to them trust issues. Y'all got trust issues, and he ain't accepting your friend request, but he accept my friend request. Now I got to be the fucking private investigator on his page, girl. So what was he doing? Well, god dang it, if you gotta ask me what he doing and who he posting, all that stuff, there's a trust issue. Y'all shouldn't be together anyway. Right. Because I'm not finna go through his stuff and be your private investigator, no way. So
I'm not going through count likes, how many, who you like this person.
I don't even do it myself. Look through my likes and see who likes.
Girl, no. Or you commented on this person. I'm not doing all that. I'm not either. All that.
I'm not either. And so that's the thing. That. Like, I'm not getting ready to go searching through who you commented on, who liked your picture, who liked this picture, I'm not doing all that. That to me is just way too much. And I'm not like, oh, my friend such and such. Like, I don't even know if you followed her, if she followed you. But, okay. But outside of that, I do feel like, okay, so then how do y'all feel about, like, when we were talking earlier, we were talking about a situation where, like, somebody is, you have met a person, y'all hang out, y'all seem to be vibing and connecting, and after about the second or third time y'all hang out, the person come out and say, I got a girlfriend or I'm married.
That's a trust issue anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because why in the hell
did you wait?
No, why did you even approach me?
That's true.
Why did you even waste my time?
True. That's true.
Why?
Because why did you even come up to me if you knew you was in
a situation that's difficult,
marriage,
for you, right.
or whatever the case may be?
Because some people are okay with that, which is fine. But if that's the case, let me make my decision up front.
Exactly.
Be like, hey, I just want to let you know I'm really feeling you, but I got a girl. Put that out there, and then it's my decision if I want to mess with you or not. Because like I was telling y'all earlier, the dude, it really pissed me off because he was attractive. He seemed like he really had it going on. I'm like, okay, and I'm dating and stuff. And I'm like, okay, this dude, he pretty cool. We talking on the phone all the time. And then that's when I just asked him, I don't know what made me ask this man. And the thing is, he worked in the oil field, so we were on the phone all the time, so he wasn't even at home like that. He traveled,
So you
from
wouldn't have
city
knew.
to city, so I wouldn't have known. And so it was just kind of like, were you in a relationship, situationship? I think I was just being funny, and then that's when he told me he was married, and then got mad and was like, I didn't even have to tell you. Yeah, you did. I mean, you didn't have to, but it would have been nice. And the thing is, we was Facebook friends, but he never posted his wife.
And that's because they don't want nobody to know.
And that's the thing, like, that's why it's not okay for me, for people not to post their significant other, because if he is out here messing around, you don't even know. Like I said, let me make that decision if I want to mess with you or not, but don't betray me. So at that point, we had trust issues, and then he was mad because I didn't want to talk to him anymore. But I'm like, I mean, for what?
I feel like, so the person that I had that experience with basically was like, well, you didn't ask. So to me, I feel like there are some things that naturally we shouldn't have to ask.
No.
And to him, he felt like, well, we wasn't in the space where we could have that discussion, and I needed us to be more in a more of a sit-down discussion.
If we in a space, though, where we can
have sex?
That's what I was going to say. I didn't want to say it like that. But
if we in a space where we can have sex, then before we have sex, we should have that discussion. And because for me, I see us as free and clear and we can work through this. Then for you to come afterwards and say, oh, by the way, I'm living with somebody, or I have a girlfriend, or I'm married, that's different to me. I feel like that's something where you should have controlled yourself until we were able to be in a space where you could sit down, we could talk about whatever needed to be talked about, and then if I still chose to, beyond that point, go forward with it, then I get that choice. Yes. But you took that choice from me because you didn't hold yourself accountable. Oh, we're both adults. Yes, we're both adults. But you have a situation that is very questionable that makes this a difficult situation. Whereas I don't have a situation like that. So for me, I feel like we should have had this talk, or you should have held off and said, no, I think we should hang out at, let's go to lunch, or let's go to dinner, or let's go to breakfast, or whatever you needed to do to warm you up to the space of being able to give that information.
And we didn't talk. So at some point in time, you would have thought that would have kind of came about.
Right.
Like, how can you miss that part of it?
I don't know. Well, a lot of times they don't want you to know.
That's what I'm saying, but you being deceitful.
Yeah, you are being deceitful and you're wasting my time.
Yeah.
And you're lying. And I feel like that's a form of lying.
It is.
Yes.
And then I hate when people give you that kind of information and then get mad at you when you the way that you process it. I feel like people get into these spaces, and this is something I feel like I really absolutely hate about men sometimes too, is I didn't have to tell you, or that I told you the truth. Well, okay, great. Thank you for telling me the truth, but I also still have the right to process that truth.
Exactly.
So I have a question. Do you think it's intention? So maybe they don't tell you because their intention is not to even talk to you long term. Maybe it's short term, get what they want and move on. Do you think it's related to that?
Either that or
they liars.
I mean, yes, they're still lying, but if they plan to hit it and go on, they feel like,
no point in even telling.
Ain't no point in even going over it because I'm gonna just talk to you a few times and then, maybe have sex and then go on. Do you think that's with some people? Do you think that's why they don't even get into it?
I think that could be why some people don't get into that conversation. I think sometimes some people just don't know how to live in their truth.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think some people may not necessarily have it's not necessary. Their truth is so ugly. Like, example, the person I was talking to, he's like, oh, well, I had a house, but I'm still living with her, and da-da-da-da, but I don't tell a lot of people about that. Well, the thing for me is this. Granted, you may not tell everybody about it, and it may not be public knowledge that you have this going on, but if you consider me your friend.
Is that a term used loosely, though?
That may be a term used loosely.
And then, too, what if they like you so much that they don't want to run you off, and so they keep it a secret?
Yes.
I mean, I think that because
they don't know either way.
They don't know how.
Yeah.
So it could work both ways. It could either be you're not even worth the investment. I'm gonna just get what I get and move on.
Or they like you so much they just don't want to.
Yeah, because if I tell you, then you might stop talking to me.
But that's still selfish.
And I don't want that. It's selfish. Both ways is definitely selfish.
Both ways are very selfish, and I feel like you you shouldn't do people like that.
You shouldn't.
Like, give people the opportunity to say, and don't take away my ability to process
Your
it.
choice of
Well,
what
don't take away my choice, and don't stop and not give me the ability to process it.
Exactly.
So when you decide to take that from me, I feel like we in this space now where I can't really trust nothing that you say or how you are, or how you move. I question it now.
And you should, because you have every right at that point to not trust it.
Right.
Yes. I don't think the only time I ever really had trust is I used to think, and this probably one of the reasons, like when me and my husband used to get to it, every once in a while I used to, I'd be that one that go through the phone, which
Through his phone?
Through his phone, yes, which shouldn't be I can understand where sometimes you probably shouldn't do that, but if I go to grab for your phone, and you grab for your phone.
You karate chopping and flipping.
Yeah, then that's going to make me feel like, okay, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Or if I say, can I use your phone? And you got an issue with me. Well, where's your phone at? Well, it don't matter.
Or let me dial the number for you.
Yeah. Well, why you got to dial the number for me? I know how to dial the number.
Because if they dial the number for you on the phone, you can't look through their phone while you're on the phone.
Yes.
Right.
I think I used to try that with Trigeri a long time ago. Let me use your phone. And then he would dial the number for me and some crazy mess like that, and I try to look through it. Girl, you can't look through it. So, I mean, it's limited.
Great. Yeah.
And then,
So
when you hang up, the
like,
phone is locked. Like,
yes.
So,
and then he used to always say stuff like, well, you should trust me enough to not to have to go through my phone. Well, I trust you. But you know what? Sometimes things are a little bit questionable. And I just want to check my tracks. You hear me?
I just want to make sure.
I'm going to pick up this phone. It'll be the fact where I would probably wait till you go to sleep and pick it up and be like, let me see. That's probably the only thing that I would, which probably ain't a good thing, because if you trust somebody, you trust them.
Yeah, I've never touched JJ's phone, and he's never touched mine that I know of.
Even my situation. But I feel like, okay, so nowadays, in situations, is trust, can you question trust? Does it, being in a situation where you're not really in a relationship with someone, can you question a person if they do something that makes you question their trust?
Yeah, if you're in a relationship with them?
No, you're not in a relationship with them, because a lot of times these days, a lot of people have situationships.
I don't think that.
So if someone that you're in a situation with does something that makes you question your trust for that person,
it depends though. It depends on y'all's situationship though, because some situationships are serious.
So are there levels to situationships?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we're saying there's levels to situationships.
It is.
Okay. So so what's the highest level? So we're saying what kind of questions is this things that you need to have a discussion beforehand about, like what kind of things are allowed and what kind of things aren't allowed? Is this something that's just assumed, like we just go with the you don't ask, don't tell? Hold on, we don't have no don't ask, don't tell.
So I think if y'all have the conversation of what's assumed, then if he do something to kind of like break your trust, then I can see that, because y'all have had the conversation.
We already had that
conversation. But if it's a don't ask, don't tell, and you just making assumptions, you just need to just go and play your part. And
so like examples, so
and
like
move around.
In situations, if y'all are completely honest with each other and you find a nail in the bed, can you question the nail in the bed?
Yeah, if we completely honest, because then at this point I'm like, whose nail is this? And if you know it ain't true, go on and tell me the truth at this point, because that means we need to have some type of conversation.
So does being in that situation limit the ability to address that situation?
Okay, let me flip it real quick. So if he was at your house and he found a condom wrapper in your trash, do you feel like he has the right to ask you that question?
Yes.
Whose condom wrapper is this?
So that's the thing. So I think that
it's the same thing.
It's the same situation.
It is.
Two different houses.
Exactly.
Yes. So that's, I think, where you get those blurred lines. And I think sometimes some of us get in that space where we get into situations, and so many of us are in situations these days, because, we value our independence so much, and we're afraid to, fall for, or you just don't completely 100% match everything I was looking for or whatever. But we all end up in these situations, and I think sometimes people end up with trust issues in situations. Like, oh, I was sitting outside his house, watching his house. He had women coming in and out of his house, and oh my gosh, like
That would be horrible.
But I mean, there's women out here that are like, do you have the right to do that? Like,
No, it goes back.
No.
It depends on y'all's relationship. If we just fucking and I don't like, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't hanging out. I'm just coming over here getting some dick. We just fucking. That's it. I don't have no right to ask you nothing.
No.
I need to protect myself and move on about my business, and that's what I need to do.
Yes,
but if I'm vested in you. And you don't want me to date nobody else, even though we ain't in a relationship.
Exactly.
We, and you kind of trust that I'm not fucking with nobody else, and I kind of trust that you not. And you find a condom wrapper in my trash.
Is that a Magnum?
Yeah, yeah. So it just depends. Like, can you ask me that? Do I feel like you have the right to ask me that question? That's what. So, like, even with the phone thing, do I feel like anybody have a right to go through my phone? No. So I'm not gonna go through your phone. So to me, it's kind of like, how do you want that energy reciprocated to you? Like, if he found it, can he ask you? If the answer is yes, then you should be able to ask him that question.
But we say that, but some women are in situationships which end up being relationships from one side. So she feels like that if you found a condom in my bathroom, in my trash can, you could ask me and that would be fine. I would answer that question for you. But he feels like this is just a situation. I'm not your boyfriend. So you don't really have the right to ask me questions like that.
And she has the right not to answer his question. That's a personal thing that she's telling him, yeah, you can ask me. But if we in a true situationship and you feel like I can't ask you, then if you see a rapper, don't ask me where it came from.
But what I'm saying is she's not doing anything. So there are no rappers on her side.
That's her problem.
But this is what I'm saying. So like, I think that sometimes we get in these situations and we haven't really clearly defined what the situation is.
Most of the time, though, if me and you are just like meeting up once a week or once a month, if that's the case, and we just having sex, I wouldn't ask you no questions.
Right.
Because why? Because that's not where we at now. If we talking on an everyday basis,
spending time,
we going out to, we going to the movies, but we haven't put a label on it like we're in a relationship. But you telling me you better not mess with nobody else, because we might as well stop or something. I feel like I got every right to ask you, like, nigga, is that a blonde hair on your pillow? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because if he's telling you not to mess with nobody, then I expect for you to be doing the same and not messing with anybody.
Because it should go both ways. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to even think like, and then hopefully if we at that point, and hopefully you be honest with me and just tell me the fact, and then that's when you probably.
So then we just have to have that discussion from there. Yes. And can you really be mad? Can you really be mad in a situation if you find something?
Depends on what type of situation, though, because again, like you said, there's different levels to different situations.
So if he's free to do whatever he wants to do,
no,
then you cannot be mad.
No.
Nope. But if y'all had that where I know we're not together, but we kind of just messing with just each other, I'm still kind of talking to other women, and I might hang out with other women, but I'm only sleeping with you. That's something totally different.
It is.
Right.
Because some men do that. They have one person they sleeping with, but still kind of, playing around with. And women do the same thing. They have that one dude that they fucking and they,
playing around with it.
Entertaining the other, you know what I'm saying? Because, girl, I'm finna take, it's a free meal. Girl, he asked me to go to so-and-so, so I'm finna go.
So then the question is, then if you're in that type of situation where we're only sleeping with each other and you're dating other people, do we have the right to inquire about the other people you're dating?
I don't know why you would, but that's just me. I don't know why you would even want to even ask that question, like, who is she or what is she about? I wouldn't want to know. I don't know if anybody, would you want to know, Dante, about the other woman? I don't want to know. There's no point in me wanting to know.
Depends on the level. So, like you said, if we just meet up once a week and...
But I'm saying, like, if y'all in a situation, and you know that he's messing with her, y'all cool, though. Yeah, but he's dating other women, but y'all only having sex with each other. You want to know about them other women? Like, who is she?
I want him to be open and let me know that, hey, I am dealing with other women, but to know who they are, I don't want to know who they are.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
So I don't have a question. I think my thing is this, like, most situations, if I've been in situations, have been friends. So I feel like we can have like, and maybe
An open conversation.
like an open conversation. Like if you talking about X, Y, and Z, I feel like I could talk about X, Y, and Z. If you talking about old boy and how he pissed you off yesterday, I'm talking about old boy and how he pissed me off yesterday, or old boy and how we went to this place and went to go eat. I feel like you can come back and tell me about old girl and how y'all went to eat and whatever. If it's one of the, that to me, like, because like I said, it's just one of those things where like, a lot of my situations end up as friendships.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a situationship
No.
going into a relationship though. That's just y'all just cool, but
And
y'all
we just
have
mess
sex.
around.
Yeah.
Because if I want to be with you, I don't want to hear about your date with her and how you did with her and know who she is.
We went out to eat and she got to tripping. I don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
So,
What are you telling me for?
yeah, I just
So I
don't
guess
want-
maybe I don't really have situationships with people that I'm not friends with.
but not necessarily because
I know,
that's
because
not
I
how.
have them like where like, because I mean, if it's, so this is the thing, if it's a long-term situationship for me, we're more friends than we are like a situationship. Does that make sense?
Because y'all friends.
Because
That's
we're
different.
friends. So we have a friendship, or we have this friendship on the other side of things, like where we can like talk about like
Yeah, and that's
real life,
different, though.
open
Yeah.
up about stuff.
Because that's
But
really
if it's
just
like a
having
true
sex with
situation,
friends.
like where it's like a true like situationship that I want to be in a relationship with that person, I'm not gonna linger on that too long because I'm gonna feel some kind of way. I feel like the longer that goes, the more you
Exactly.
feel
Like you
some
said, you
kind
will
of
feel some
way.
type of way. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, you start feeling your feelings get involved,
Yes.
and you.
But
feel
if
some
y'all
kind of
just
way.
friends, you don't care.
Right?
Be like, no shit, no, the hell she didn't. She did what? You know, because you can talk to him like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, once your feelings get involved in it, and he like, man, so we fucked, and she was like, where the fuck that come? Okay,
Right,
yeah,
because
that's
then you
somebody-
probably
Right.
thinking, did he do her like he did me? And
Exactly.
You doing all then you on her Facebook, Instagram,
Looking her
Snapchat.
Yeah.
This bitch ain't even
Yeah,
cute.
and you know, he just slipped up and said her name. He like,
Yeah. You like, what is he in her? Like,
Yeah.
What she look like?
Yeah, I'm finna go, hey,
little
do you know
raggedy
so and so? Girl, we done went and searched her first name
Right.
and pulled up mutual friends. I bet this is her. I bet this is her. Yeah,
look, we
no.
done did that, huh? Look, trying to find the mutual friends you get on her page.
Get on her
you know what I
page,
mean?
girl,
See if
do
she
you-
posting him.
Asking mutual friends that are mutual friends of friends.
Yes.
Do you tell me do you know such and such? What can you tell me
Okay.
about her?
I seen so and so was your friend. How do you know him? You know, because again, but is them trust issues? Because why would you even have to do all that?
That's a trust issue.
Why would you even have to do all that?
Because he's not your man.
But can you have trust issues with a man
Exactly,
that
that
ain't
ain't
your
your
man?
I mean, you shouldn't, but you can.
I think that's an issue
No,
that
that's
we
an
are
issue
having.
within yourself.
Right, I
Because
think you have,
how you
and sometimes you got to
yeah.
stop and check. I think that that's the another thing is I think sometimes you have to stop and you need a circle of friends that can help you stop and check you from time to time and be like, boo, that ain't your man.
But the bottom line is, any situationship, you don't have a lot of rights.
No.
It's when you get into your relationship,
Exactly.
then you have more rights.
Yes.
And
You
I
know,
think
to
some
ask
people
questions.
keep people in situations just to be able to not have to answer questions to
That's
others.
true.
That's
I
true.
believe that.
That is true.
Like, I don't have to answer a question to you. I don't have to give you anything. I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you any type of explanation. This is just
That's true.
literal situation. And when you come to me and ask me questions, then I utilize that situation at that point to say, you don't have the right to ask me
But
that.
they don't want you to be with anybody else, though.
No.
They just keep
But
that.
they'll be quick.
But they
to
keep
be-
that open.
Yeah.
Like she said, so they don't have to answer questions.
Right.
Which is real fucked up. But it's the woman we allow it. So it's all in what you allow.
I mean, it's all in what you're comfortable with.
and what you're comfortable with.
But
and if
men
you're
do
okay
it too
with
now
it.
too.
What?
Shit, be quick to be like you tell them, you know, hey, this is what it is. But a man be quick to be like, so what are you?
Right.
You don't have a right. You know, what the hell is you asking me questions for?
I mean, because that's the other
that's
thing.
not
like,
the space that we in.
Right.
Don't ask me no questions.
like, even in the situation, he's asked questions, and I've either been like, we ain't doing that. Like, you know.
That's true. And if you say we ain't doing that, then he can say we ain't doing that.
Exactly.
And then we
Then
just
we
ain't
don't
gonna
talk
talk
about
about
we
it.
just ain't gonna talk
Yeah.
about it. So it's one of those things where I just say, we ain't doing that, and I go on. I mean, and you can't feel, even if you feel some kind of way at that time, you really not in a space where you can express
Yeah.
how you feel. Because
You
I
gotta
mean,
get in your car. Well, I'm about to go.
I'm gonna need you to keep your demeanor
Composure. Yeah.
and your composure to yourself. Just like when I found that nail, I quickly got up and went to lunch with someone else. And when it was like, so who you going to lunch with? Just like I can't ask about that. You can't ask about who I'm going to lunch with. Yes. So we're going to tit for tat this shit today? And you going to keep your composure? I'm going to keep mine? And we're going to go on.
But I feel like if it's one side and one person ready to be in a relationship, the other one's still in a situationship, he don't have a right to get mad about nothing. No. If you get mad, then you need to fix it to where we're in a relationship and we don't have to have these issues.
Exactly.
That's how I feel about it. So you don't say nothing to me. I don't even want to look at your little face all twisted up. Okay. You better get over it. Like, I got to get over it.
Right. Just like, I mean, and that's my thing.
Is if we mad, you walking around here throwing shit.
Right.
Slamming
so that's my thing. So like if we in this situation and your rules, I am a firm believer that the rules go both ways. So if I can't ask you a question and get an answer, you can't ask me a question and get an answer, and we both need to compose ourselves, even though we may be feeling some kind of way in that space, and go on about our way.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Regather yourself, and let's come on back together and be all right next time we see each other.
Okay, be friends.
So
and don't say nothing about
it. Don't say nothing else. But he has asked a couple of times from time to time, like, so who is da da da? Where you at? Or where you going?
So do y'all think trust issues is like an age thing, a maturity thing?
No.
I would have to say it depends. Yes, because if I can't trust you, I'm probably not going to be in a situation with you to the point of not like where like we're in a relationship and I can't trust you.
Like is it an age like
serious?
My trust issues would have been like even when I was 18. It was the same thing. I felt like you had to make it where you did something where I didn't trust you. You know, it's my mentality has been the same from 18 to 40 as far as trust.
So my mentality is a little different. It's like, and I say that. So I think like even if I didn't trust you, I think I have stayed in situations with people that I haven't trusted. But I think like with me being older, I'm not. If I don't trust you, my thing is, why are we even together?
Yeah, I'm like that too.
And but so, I've always probably felt like that.
Like I haven't never given like blind trust. Like, have you ever given blind trust to a person?
Like, explain that.
Like, where it's just, I trust you, like, fully trust you. I don't have no issues, no problems. I ain't looking for nothing. I just trust you. So, like, if somebody comes to me with something and I come to you, you give me a different story, I trust your story, and we go on.
I don't know about blind trust like that, because if somebody came to me with a story, I'm going to go ahead and do some research on this story.
I'm going to investigate it, because I'm not going to, like, baby. So she told me she seen you at the hotel, and she saw you come out the hotel with this girl. Baby, that wasn't me. Okay, baby. And going about my business? No. Yes. I'm going to research. Like, let me check some receipts.
Because I promise you, like...
Let me see where he was.
Because me and a lot.
I need to look... Yeah, they're a lot.
Me and a lot. Because I remember, boy...
I need to look into it.
I remember when I used to mess with my baby daddy girl. So... One of the homegirls seen him at the store. I told y'all that they seen him at the store, and then and a man a lot. Men a lot. Ooh, they a lot. But if you tell me that you seen him somewhere and you tell me what he got on and all that, if I research it, be like, well, I don't think women just make. Some women, I guess, could make like one girl lied about. I guess some women can just make up stuff. But if it's your friend, I'm not finna have to. My thing is, as a friend, if I'm telling you that I seen your man, or if you telling me you see my man, I trust you. Like, because you my friend. And I don't think you just gonna make shit up. Because, like, one of our friends, I remember one time we seen her dude kissing another girl in Bowley. And we told her. Mm-hmm. It was all kind of questions behind that. Like, when, what time, or if I tell you that I know how he look. I seen him kiss a girl in Bowley. I'm just telling you. I don't feel like you should ask me like 50,000 questions behind what I'm telling you, because that ain't my thing. You go ask him them questions. I'm just relating to you what I seen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I think it depends on the source. So like if a girl inbox me and says some old random, I don't know if it's your homegirl used to go with him and got you sending me messages, and so I might be like, hey baby, she seen you coming out of the hotel, did you? And he like, nah, that wasn't me.
And I'll probably leave him alone.
But if it's my friend, like if you came to me and be like, girl, I seen him, I know I only seen him a few times, but I know what he looked like, and I go to him and he like, nah, that wasn't me. Like,
nah, you a damn lie, because she ain't made that shit up. I know my friend ain't
just finna call me and be like, she seen you coming out of the hotel room.
That's what I'm saying.
So it depends on the source.
It depends on the source. But if it was me, and I'm telling you, don't question me as your friend.
Yeah.
Because it was one of our close friends that questioned the fact.
I think that sometimes people just don't really want to want to hear that. Like,
but don't question
how
me.
open to it
I need you
am
to
I?
go
Like,
question him.
but that's the thing. Like, I might not be there open to the information. So then maybe I'm questioning you because I don't really want it to exist. So before I go ask him anything, I want to feel comfortable enough. I don't know. I'm just saying, because if my homegirl come to me and tell me some shit,
I ain't gotta ask too many
I'm
questions.
not
She
asking
been
no
got on that phone.
questions.
Girl, why the hell did I see
right.
Tico at the motherfucking store? And girl, it was some girl on the. I'm gonna call you back because that's all she had to say. Because it's my friend.
Right.
Now I want some random girl calling me, but my friend then said this. Oh, I'm calling. Where the fuck you at?
Right.
You know, I'm gonna believe that. I ain't gotta ask 50,000 questions if you my friend.
Right.
Now it's different. Some associate.
Everybody different though. Okay.
Yes.
So maybe she asked all those questions so she could have more evidence when she asked him. You know, not just I seen him somewhere. Okay, but when, where, and that way when
I
you
told
take
you
it to
already
him,
tonight
you asking.
in bowling.
Okay, well that's
I
enough
seen
right
him
there.
kiss a girl. That's it. That's all.
It depends
Right.
though.
What street on Bowling?
Yeah.
Was he on that
Well,
street?
what color shirt?
What color shirt did he
What
have
color
on?
shirt did he have on? Did he have on jeans or did he
Now,
have
if she
I don't
asking
care,
you
and
all
I don't
that,
know.
And she don't believe you if she asking you all that. What color did he have on? How was his haircut? Did he have, yeah.
Then after that, he came to my house with a white girl. Then I said, he just came over here and he had a white girl that brought him.
Serious?
Yes, in a yellow car. I remember when I stayed on 42nd. And she said, well, what did this and what? Listen, stop asking me all the questions. Because the trust issue is not with me. I hope. The trust issue needs to be with him. I'm your friend and I have no reason to lie to you.
But that's the thing. You know, some women will completely discontinue friendships on the fact that you've told her that her man was cheating.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, you couldn't give enough information, and you called her and told her.
But do you think it's the man that helped discontinue their relationship?
It was that man that probably helped.
She's just jealous of our relationship. She don't want to see you happy. You know, she was hating on you anyway.
Right.
Baby, you right. I ain't fucking with that bitch.
Right.
And then
because somewhere in that process, y'all have like a
and she be okay to get rid of
yeah.
that friendship for a simple reason because she feel dumb because she know you was telling the truth.
Yeah.
So she
either that
back
or
off.
maybe she, you know, you have some friends who just want to be in a relationship so bad.
Exactly.
That being in a relationship, it don't matter what that shit look like.
It's a relationship.
It's a relationship, and it's way more important than our relationship because I've been trying so hard to be in a relationship, and finally now I'm in a relationship, and you gonna ruin that shit for me. You should be happy for me.
And I am, and I'm not gonna. And next time I see him, and what I said was, and next time I see him, I will not be giving you no information. I don't give a damn if they was fucking on the side of me. Please.
So are they still together?
You know they're not together.
I don't know who you talking about. Oh. Oh God.
Yes.
For real?
Girl, yeah. You know, there was always like all kind of questions that always came with it. Yes. Plenty of times I didn't see with my own eyes.
Really? I never knew that because I never saw him.
Yes, with my own eyes, like, what the hell? Yeah.
Well, so trust issues. I mean, I've been on the extreme where I was checking phones and going through pages and calling numbers when pages was out. Calling numbers back.
Try to see if it worked. I said, hello.
I don't know because I knew because after the number showed up so many times, I knew it wasn't just
and God forbid
friend.
it had a code after it,
right?
You know, because everybody used to have them codes.
Baby, if it had a code, if it had anything behind it, baby, I was calling. If I saw a funny text message, a crazy look, So maturity wise, I can say that I have matured over the years. I'm not going through your phone. I ain't checking for your phone. If I feel like I can't trust you, we ain't gonna be together. Period. Because I shouldn't have to. Why am I doing all that? Don't go. Because I can literally hand you my phone. If you can't hand me your phone, and we good.
Okay.
No issue.
So what do y'all think about the statement? If you look for something, you find something.
I do believe that is true.
I don't. I just think that if they not cheating, ain't nothing to find.
Mm-hmm.
If you fucking around,
I think if you have that intuition as a woman and you looking, there's probably a reason you have that intuition.
Because you wouldn't have been looking.
I mean, that's true, but I'm just saying, like, some people say if you're looking, you'll find
I think that
you get what you're looking for.
No,
it ain't good look for, because I ain't did shit. I've been faithful to this man 20 years. You gonna tell me I'm looking,
But I think what ends up happening is you get those sayings from, if you look, you're fine, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I think you already had in the back of your mind
that something was going on.
That something was going on. We talk about the power in words. and the power in thoughts and the power in the universe. So if you got a strong enough conviction in your mind to go looking,
it's probably true.
There's probably something there. And I feel like sometimes we looking because he done turned that phone over one too many times. He done tried to karate kick your ass in the neck.
When he comes to the house, he turned the phone off completely.
And then that's what men don't realize. And women, like, you have a routine. Yeah. Right. When your routine get off just a little bit, people pick up on it.
Right.
And it's like, okay, why?
Something ain't right. Why are you doing this?
Why are you acting like this? All of a sudden,
it's just like, you know, that one movie when that woman's routine kind of changed. I remember that, and the husband was like, what was that? They didn't have no money.
Acrimony.
Was it?
No.
With Tay Diggs in it? Is it Tay Diggs in it?
You said they didn't have any money?
Where she come home, she was so, she was working in the office building, and the man that was running in the park, remember, you used to make her say stuff that felt good, and she used to wear the long skirts. Y'all remember? It's a Tyler Perry movie. She wore the long skirts.
You told me where she
looked like an old woman, and then all of a sudden
she called AIDS at the end.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Temptation. You remember he changed her all together because her routine changed. Remember, and then she started fucking a man, and it was like all that because she be imagined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
Because her whole routine changed.
Another Tyler Perry movie was Why Did I Get Married Too? Remember when she started, I guess, liking the dude in the office and she started wearing lingerie, like, you know, all that stuff?
Yes.
It changes.
Because it changed, and you notice that.
Right.
Anytime something changes, you be like, now what the hell?
Right.
Now I ain't starting to wear cologne every day to work.
Or you starting to do like, I mean, and I know that some things can change because maybe you have a change in your life or something that creates a change in your life. But I think that if you change significantly, if it's just something,
it don't even
that's
have to
really,
be significant. It just depends.
I think it. Yeah, I think it does.
Home,
but your
intuition, minutes, all of a sudden you coming home 30, 45 minutes later than you used to, and it's starting to be on a like
all the time
often,
basis.
and you like,
or even if it's you start noticing it's every Monday.
Yes.
Or every Tuesday.
Exactly. That's different.
Right.
What's going on?
Like you was coming out every night. Yeah, every other night you come home on time, but Mondays you stop and work now.
Right.
Every Monday.
Right.
Oh. Okay.
Or your phone. So now you jumping every time I look, even look in your direction and you on your phone. Like, I think some stuff like that, like you. So I don't think that's that if you look you're fine kind of thing, but I do believe that what ends up happening is if you, not necessarily if you look you're fine, but I think that sometimes we have things that we thought up, or it's just something that has occurred that made us think that way. So
yes.
Anyway, we gotta get out of here.
This was a good discussion.
Mika, got stuff she gotta go take care of. So
yes.
I hope you guys at least, caught something from it. If you got any questions about anything we've been through, you in a situation you've been in too long, and you don't know whether or not you should be asking questions, DM us. We'll tell you. Hey, I don't have no problem telling you.
Exactly.
Depends on the situation.
Depends on the I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, look. We're gonna have to. We need to analyze that situation. So, how long y'all been in this situation? If he came over to your house, can he ask you questions? You know that whole thing. Anyway, you guys, we're on Instagram, MochaTea_podcast. We're on Facebook, MochaTea Podcast. We're on email MochaTea 2018 @gmail.com. Again, that's MochaTea 2018 @gmail.com. And then, of course, SoundCloud every Sunday. If you have any questions, you got any inquiries, you want to just talk to us about anything, let us know. Hit us up, DM us, comment. We post quite often about the podcast, so you guys are welcome to chime in and ask us any kind of questions you like. But we are out.